gentlemen, anything can happen in the next kind of 15 minutes. I'm only kidding. I'm going to be less than that. But my job here is to actually just make sure you get an opportunity to hear all the people who are part of this. But you're all part of this. This party is up for us because we decided that we were going to take control of our football club. Now, I've been told as a politician, why are you messing about with a football club? I said, well, you obviously don't know what this actually means to this town and this area. How much this club means to us. You don't know what the impact of that football team is to our community. And now, I can happily say there that we've actually bought the club and we're moving it towards community ownership. So first, can you give yourselves a round of applause for all the good work that you've done? My job here tonight is to make sure you get the chances to hear from the people that made this happen. Not just us all working together as a community, the people that really made this happen. Gordon Scott put his hand in his pocket and actually financed the vast majority of this deal. It was him that actually decided that he approached SMISA and said, why don't we actually get together and see what we can do? So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Gordon Scott, the chairman of the board.
As you probably saw from my previous attempts at media work, I'm not really that comfortable standing here. I'm more of a I like to think I'm more of a doer than a talker. But the club needs help to move forward. It needs everybody. It needs all the fans. It needs everybody at the club to kind of work together to make it happen. There's been I wouldn't say a negative in the last 6-7 years, but we now have a positive attitude. Everybody's moving in the right direction. I've been really there for a week effectively, and there's a lot of good people there, a lot of good ideas that maybe haven't been embraced the way they should have been over the last X number of years. The only way we're going to move forward is to increase the turnover of the club. We can have youth systems, we can have whatever, but football, unfortunately these days, is more about money than anything else, and that's my job. The guys on the pitch will take care of that. My job is to try and bring more money in through you guys and through sponsorship, and give the manager the best opportunity I can to take the club forward. I don't think I've really kind of quite appreciated what's involved in what I've done, but I must admit, in 14 minutes today I was a wee bit kind of felt it there. For the first time I kind of felt it today, and I really understood what it meant. I know I've been a fan, I know what it understands, but I think Tamagari, I don't profess to know the guy. He was always a massive fan, but it just started brought home to me what I've actually done and what we're trying to achieve. So thanks all you guys for getting involved.
Thank you, Gordon. I'm not going to say that while we were negotiating for our club's future it was easy. I'm not going to say, but Gordon kept a level head. And one of the things I learned over that year and a half that we worked together was that he's a man that actually believes in getting the job done. You know, unlike some of us can sit here and talk for Scotland, you know, you may be looking at one, but others actually go out there and just get the job done. And I think Gordon's to be commended for that, because he was one of the prime movers to make sure that we got this deal and we ended up with our club back in the St Mirren community. But one of the people who's involved and was heavily involved was my fellow board member Dave Nicholl. Now I'm going to introduce him now. I'm going to say that all your complaints do not go to your MSP with regards to this. All your complaints about the running of the club now go to Mr David Nicholl. He is your representative on the board. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, David Nicholl.
Thanks very much for that, George. You've kind of landed me in it there. I'm absolutely delighted and obviously very proud to be your first supporters representative on the board. And although George was sort of saying it in jest there, I'm your guy inside the club. And you know, if you've got any issues and you want me to raise them, get in touch. That's the principle of what we're working with here. I'm here for you. If you've got issues, bring them to me. I can't say that we're going to change everything overnight, but what we can do now is we can influence things. I also actually want to say a few words of thanks to my fellow SMISA board members. You know, George and I are up here, but there was a lot of people working on this deal. It wasn't just the people you see here or the people you've maybe seen at some of the public meetings. There was a lot of people putting a lot of their time into this. SMISA are, you know, a volunteer organisation. Everybody's there just, you know, kind of because of their love for St Mirren and because they want to see the club do as well as it possibly can. So we don't always get things right, but the principle is the people are there doing the best job they can, and I want to say thank you to them for their hard work in this deal. Now we're in with Gordon, running the club and trying to take it to the next level, trying to put a positive atmosphere about the place, as Gordon says. And so we're here for you, but we're here because of you. This deal wouldn't happen without the fans. The fans have sort of stood up and been counted. There's over 1,300 people signed up to this, and I think after the last attempt there was a lot of possible scepticism about the deal, but the St Mirren fans stood up and said, no, we want to own our club, and we did it. Well done.
Dave and I had the pleasure of being part of the negotiation team and having to deal with all the hunnels and hunnels of lawyers that were involved in it's a process. As a former car selling politician, I never want to have to go through again, because it was quite difficult and strained at times, but we got there in the end, and it was because of Dave's cool head that we were able to stay focused and make sure that we got the right deal as well. So the next person we have to talk about needs no introduction. You know, when I became MSP for Paisley, all our MSPs were getting their offices opened by politicians they respected. I got Nicola Sturgeon, but the real person who opened my office was the one, the only, Tony Fitzpatrick.
I'd just like to start off from to the bottom of my heart, honestly, to thank each and everybody that's here, and people who aren't here, who I think everybody's dream in this room, and I know my dream's been for years, is for the supporters to own its own football club. And as I say, well done for everything you've done here. Absolutely magnificent. As Gordon says as well, it's not a new era now, and it felt it, see, right through the day, right into the game and stuff, and the support that you gave the players. Even, and if we're being totally honest, the guys dug out a point today. They really dug in deep, and that comes to the manager and the assistant manager as well. They keep going to the end of the game. They might not play well at times, that happens, but they dug out a result today, and it keeps us 17 so many years ago. Just finishing off, again to thank you, whether we win, lose or draw, always remember we're St Mirren Football Club.
Yes.
One thing about Tony Fitzpatrick, when I was a councillor, I managed Tony Fitzpatrick in a charity game, the council against the airport, and we get stuffed because he had a lot of young boys, and our average age was about 55. But the difference was Tony came off and he kept saying to me, I'm sorry if I've let you down, I'm sorry. That's the measure of Tony, because all I saw, I was a young boy in 1977 watching him grace the fields at Love Street, and that's all I saw when I seen him on that park. So Tony, you're an absolute legend, every one of us here loves you. Now, for the man that all our hopes and dreams, everything that we want for our club, we've created the process where now the club is ours. This man, no pressure, has got to make that a reality. Our manager, Alex Ray.
Thank you, George. Thanks for turning out your numbers today. Listen, we were very realistic individuals, particularly Davey and myself. And for 30 minutes today, it wasn't the kind of performance I would be looking for from a team that I'm involved with. And I'm thankful that they actually took the information which we passed on at half-time in a nice family manner. And at least they had a wee bit of a go in the second half. And listen, there'll be room for improvement. Listen, we're more disappointed than anyone because we want to be competitive. I think since I came to the club, that's pretty much been the case. We've I think other than my second game, which was in 8 days against Livingston, we lost 4-1 and we were 6s and 7s. At least we've been relatively competitive. But I'd like to welcome Gordon to the board as the new owner, and SMISA, who are obviously going to be the long-term beneficiaries of this. And I think if everyone pulls together, I think in recent years, and I'm only looking from the outside in, the club's been on a wee bit of a slide, and I think it's important for everyone to pull together. We've now got Gordon, Tony, myself, and the kind of backroom staff, and we need to push this club forward. But that can only be done with your guys like yourself, and we can't do it without you. And the more people we get signed up to this as well, with George, and we need momentum. That's the thing. We need momentum. And listen, it was 5,000 today. Was a terrific effort, and then hopefully going forward we will improve as a team, and we'll be competitive anyway. I can guarantee you that. Thanks, and have a great night. Cheers.
Alex. I think one of the things that Alex said there was the fact that we did fight, and that's something the team never had last year. You know, we actually fought back and we got that draw here today. But I think, you know, we've done something incredible here. I said to Supporters Direct, the fan organisation, we're the only people in Scotland that have taken a senior football club, not when it's in crisis, but when it's actually doing well as a club and actually financially okay, not working well in the football part, but okay. We are a leader in the idea of fan ownership. Supporters Direct and others want to look at us and see what we're going to do for the future. And for me, the future is us all working as a community and making sure that we make our club part of the community. We modernise the idea of Alex Ferguson going out in a low loader with the megaphone and getting fans in. We do that for the 21st century, and we make sure that everybody in Paisley goes and turns up and becomes part and proud of the fine tradition that is St Mirren Football Club. And have a great night and enjoy yourselves.
My name's Alan Cole, and I've been a St Mirren supporter my whole life, basically.
And how do you feel about the event tonight and what the guys said?
Love it, absolutely love it. It's going to be the best thing ever for St Mirren. I think the fact that Gordon Scott's a St Mirren fan, born and bred, can only be the best thing for the club.
And what do you want from St Mirren going forward personally?
I want us back in the Premier League, I want us challenging for the top of the table, I want us playing in Europe again. Yeah, I was born and bred here, so I just love it. It's where I come from, it's where my kids come from, so yeah, just St Mirren through and through.
My name's Lewis Prentice, and I was at my first game since I was 2, so
that's quite a while.
Then.
That's a long time. What do you think about what the guys said today?
Yeah, I think it's good. It shows that we're going forward and that we can sort of achieve better. Because obviously getting relegated, it's just brought everyone down, but this is really picking things up.
You think this will be a new start for St Mirren?
Yep, I think it can go well. It could be really positive for us.
What do you like about Paisley and Renfrewshire as a whole?
I think the people, and just, I don't know what it is, it attracts, you get brought in by it, and once you're in you can't get it.
It's a beautiful place as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great, but once a year it's sunny.
Yeah.
But you know, if you like rain in it for a week.
For those 27 minutes it's perfect.
Exactly.
So what do you want from St Mirren going forward personally?
For now, I'll just take getting back into the Premier League. I think that's a must. And then just progress from there, really. But getting into the Premier League's number one.